I think you covered a lot, so we're good.
Yeah.
So we're gonna move on to Square Enix, which
Yeah.
is the final one for today. Um, so let's get the big one out of the way. Let's get the fucking the fucking shoe dropping one out of the way.
Mm-hmm.
At the end of the conference, the
Final
reason
Fantasy
for
VIII.
the show, shut the fuck up for 5 goddamn minutes.
Okay.
The big reason that I was interested in the Square Enix conference, I don't really play a whole lot of RPGs. So I was, unless it's action based. Action RPGs, I love. Turn based, not as much. Don't have anything against them. They're just not my brand. And I heard they were developing an Avengers video game, and
Mm-hmm.
that they were going to show something at E3. Holy shit!
Yes.
May
Oh.
2020 cannot get here fast fucking enough.
Hell yeah. Like I was surprised.
May 15th.
It's so the thing
Exactly.
about this about Final Fantasy VIII that what I've recently learned, and I'm not sure
Right?
if it's
So
true or not.
No, hold
going
on.
away. We're going away from Avengers now suddenly.
Oh
Yeah, no,
wait,
no, 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 Anthony.
wait, are we talking
We're
about
talking about the
Avengers?
we're talking about the Avengers.
Oh,
We
my
are
bad.
addressing the
Sorry,
horse.
sorry. My bad. I thought you. Okay, I thought you were talking about
We are
FF8.
we are 100% putting the cart before the
My
horse.
bad. My bad.
Um,
Sorry. Sorry. Avengers. Yes, Avengers.
that's what. Yeah. So they announced a release date. They showed off a little bit of gameplay, just a teeny bit. But apparently it's playable tomorrow,
hmm
like actually playable. So hopefully we'll see some footage tomorrow of the actual gameplay. But
Yeah.
what it sounds like, everything that I've read, the general idea is that the Avengers are disbanded after an opening sequence in the game. Um, and the idea is that they're trying to reassemble to take out a big threat. And you get to play as either Iron Man, Captain America, Black Widow, Hulk, or Thor. And they do have Hank Pym or Ant Man coming later. They kind of tease that at the end of the whole thing.
Yeah.
But the
Like
general
this.
idea,
Sorry. So like, this is gonna be a game as a service. They said that like we're gonna be having multiple heroes coming in, multiple
right?
Marvel characters
Yeah.
coming in.
So what it sounds like to me is going to happen is that the game is going to be very action RPG, and
Mhm.
that the more you do, the more you level up, you can change the kit and how each hero plays. So let's say you want Captain America to be more of a brawler, you can do that, or more of a shield thrower, you can do that. Like it sounds like there's going to be kind of tier trees, and you can set it up how you want each hero to play. But they also mentioned skins that you're going to be able to unlock and purchase skins or costumes from those characters' past.
Yeah.
And that's exciting. The other big thing is that it is an entirely original story.
hmm Yep.
Yeah.
So, like, it's not based off of anything MCU related. It's not based off the comics. I'm like, this is great.
Yeah.
This is awesome.
This is his own thing. I
Yeah.
I am very curious to see more about the game. Hopefully, we'll see some gameplay during E3, because I'm still I want to see it in action. I want to see like an actual level played or just actual gameplay of the game, so I have a better idea of what this game is about. Um, but yeah, like just from the offset, like it
Yeah.
it looks promising.
So
Yeah,
like from
very
from
excited.
from what they had said, from like what I have gathered from it, is that so like it's a brand new story, but then it's going to like span multiple like months, years, or whatever else, and you're gonna get be so it's pretty much you're gonna be getting like a new story to carry on the story that's going on like in the game, like at the time that you're actually playing as it goes on. You're
Yeah,
gonna be getting
it
mixed
sounds
like
episodic. Pseudo episodic.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So I mean like it's pretty much a games as a service. It's pretty much like
I would argue that it's not. Only in the
I mean,
aspect that the characters they come out with and the new story stuff is going to be free. So
yeah,
that's
no,
what I would
yeah,
argue
yeah.
that it's
You know, it's
not.
free. It's free. Yeah, no, it is free. It's free.
That's true. Yep, it
That's
did.
the only
Yeah,
reason I
yeah,
argue it's not. The only reason.
hmm
If it was
yeah,
like the new content was pay for stuff, I'd be like, yeah, you're right. Or if it was a subscription, like wow. I'd be like 100% game as a service. But the fact that it's
Yeah.
free, the fact that all that shit is free is fucking rad. Which tells me one big thing: if this is designed for us to continuously play for months and months and months and months, to leave and come back to and yada yada yada, then what it fucking screams to me is there's going to be microtransactions, even though they said
Yeah.
there wouldn't be.
Yeah.
So I'm like, how? Are
I mean,
you
like,
guys
I mean,
paying
I
for
would,
this?
I would probably say like skins, like different costumes from like all the heroes,
All cosmetic
and
stuff.
like, and it's just like it's so fucking awesome because it's like you can go anywhere with the Avengers and the Marvel universe.
Yeah.
Like fucking like, like I'm like thinking about it like, fucking like X-Men. Some X-Men members are part of the Avengers. Fucking
I like,
Hawkeye,
Well, yeah. How much do they get?
Vision,
How much does-
Scarlet Witch.
that's a good question, Greg. Is like how much did Disney and Marvel really give Square Enix like the range of what characters can they access
I mean-
and what stories they can go into?
I mean, like I think I feel like because this is going to be something, like what they're saying is that it's going to be spanning a long time, and like the story is going to be keep on going on and on and on as they add new stuff to the game. That's what they're making it seem like, right? So it's like, okay, like I would much rather as Marvel invest into this to where you can add
I think we
different
both-
characters.
I think we both
that-
agree,
that-
Ramen. I don't, but
hold
like
on.
nobody's
Hold
arguing
on.
that thought. What we're saying, Ramen, is who is Marvel going to allow them to use? Because there are some seriously fucking badass heroes that have been on the Avengers team in the past that they could use for this. That's
Yeah.
what we're saying. Like we're not.
Yeah,
we're not
okay, well, no. Like, I mean, like, okay, like, so like at this point, they have access to the X-Men. They have access to the Fantastic Four right now.
for movies. Only for movies. For
Okay,
video
but
games,
not.
It's a fucking different story.
yeah,
Oh, really?
yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
I mean,
All
Marvel.
that shit is for movies.
I mean, Marvel can
Okay.
pull that arm on them if they really wanted to, but it's yet to be seen.
Yeah, but I mean, like, even then though.
Because that's the thing, is that as of right now, we have Marvel Ultimate Alliance coming out very soon,
Mm-hmm.
and it is it's going to have a shit ton of characters in it, as Marvel games that type of game tends to have.
Yeah.
This game only has 5 on the outset, and 1 new coming later that we know of. So, and it clearly is biting off of what we know from in the MCU. Very
Yeah.
fucking clearly.
Yeah, for sure.
So, will the next set of characters that get to join be a part of the next phase of MCU? Like, how far is Marvel willing to allow Crystal Dynamics and Square Enix to go with it? Like, those are the questions that we have. And we don't have
Yeah.
any answers to that shit yet.
Yeah.
Which is fine, because, again, this game comes out next fucking year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm like, again, we're supposed to be able to see some gameplay tomorrow. Hopefully, I'm very much looking forward to it. Very much interested in that's what I came to the conference for. I know a shit ton of people came to the conference for Final Fantasy VII Remake, which we'll get to in just a second.
Mhm.
But I'm stoked about the Avengers game. Really fucking stoked. So
Yeah, no, same here.
but to not make this podcast too much longer, what did you guys think of the Final Fantasy stuff?
Looks good. Tifa looks hot.
You are the biggest horny on main guy I know.
I mean, the game look. I think it was funny too because we were talking about on Twitter. Like, I wasn't really following the Final Fantasy VII Remake as closely as other people. I didn't realize that they were taking much more of an action RPG approach to it, which I definitely enjoy, and I feel that I'm actually more inclined to play this than the classic RPG.
Same here. Here's
Okay.
the crazy thing about it, by the way. Before you say your thought on it, Robin, because I
Okay.
think it's fascinating. This is technically episode 1.
Yes.
Everything that we're seeing in the Final Fantasy remake right now, Final Fantasy VII remake, is all the Midgar storyline.
2 Blu-rays in 1 level.
So if anyone's looking at this going, "No, I can't wait to get to this part of the game,"
So,
back it up because this is only Midgar.
Yeah.
so wait, so like, is it episodic? Because like I don't think
Oh, yeah.
I
Oh
get it.
yeah.
They're keeping that?
Okay.
Wow. All right. That's okay.
Okay, like, are we sure about that?
Uh-huh. I'll even bring up the Kotaku article when they asked him about it.
Wow.
It says here,
That makes me so fucking worried just because of the fucking director.
Hold on, the first installment, the one that'll ship on March 3rd, will include the Midgar portion of the original game, which has been expanded. It'll take up 2 Blu-ray discs. Square Enix talked quite a bit about how the battle system will work. A playable demo will be at the Square Enix booth tomorrow, and then they said there was a correction where it said the previous version of this paragraph. Oh, okay, whatever. They fixed it. They edited it. But it's also coming to PS4, Switch, Xbox One, and PC. Apparently. Oh no, that's 8. My bad. I read that wrong. That's 8.
Yeah. We'll talk about that soon enough.
Yeah. So yeah, Roman. So yeah, it's only Midgar.
Yeah.
And then they'll get to the other shit,
Yeah.
which will probably span multiple episodes.
Oh man.
But then it's like when you get out of Midgar, there's so much more.
Oh yeah.
It's like I'm kind of curious. It's like how like it just makes me like so fucking worried, just because it's like the fucking director of this game.
That's
he takes
true.
so fucking long
It's very true.
on everything that he does, and he was on multiple fucking projects.
I get
It's
where you're
like-
coming from, Roman.
It's
But
like okay,
I
it's
want
like
to put your mind at ease.
here we are, like right now, like we're just going to fucking Midgar.
I want to put your mind at ease. I'm gonna put your mind at ease here. So follow me
Okay.
with this.
Okay. Go ahead.
It being episodic is actually beneficial to the game's production. Could you imagine if they didn't concentrate solely on Midgar and then move on to other stuff? If there was a situation where they had to finish the entire game as one big remake, how long that would actually take? I prefer that they go the route of an episodic thing, so that way each portion that they make can be concentrated and released in a timely manner versus when I'm fucking 60.
The question then becomes
I-
like how long will these episodic
How
releases
long-
be? Like
How long and then how many episodes? Because like
Mhm.
7, it's such a fucking long story, and if you're gonna go to the end of Midgar, there's so much more though, like there after Midgar.
Yeah.
So
I don't know.
much more.
It is a very good question. Like we have to wait and see, but hopefully it isn't too long. Hopefully it isn't like the release of this portion next year and then
I mean-
5-10 years later for the second
They
portion.
they also explained that there's supposed to be a lot more expansive stuff within the story. Like,
Yeah,
they're
yeah,
gonna
yeah, yeah.
expand on more shit. So I mean, I
Yeah.
imagine that this episode 1 will actually be pretty fucking lengthy, regardless.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah, no, again, like I like the whole Midgar section in the first game, definitely fucking lengthy for sure.
My worry, Roman,
And like
is that it
and
doesn't
like
sell well.
the whole fact that they're actually like adding like new stuff into the game. It's like the like cutscenes like we've actually seen, like stuff that we haven't seen like during the first game, which is cool.
Yeah.
Which makes it like a remake and like expanding
Mhm.
Yeah.
on it. It's pretty cool.
I get where you're coming from, but I still argue that it's fine. It's gonna be fine. Like, you're not like, trust me, Square Enix is not gonna stop the production of this game because it is going to sell like fucking hotcakes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Final Fantasy VII
Oh,
is easily
yeah,
one of the
no,
most
no.
popular fucking franchise. Like,
Yeah,
game.
no.
Absolutely.
Look.
Yes.
I know that. It's just that this fucking director who's working on this fucking game is known for fucking stuff up.
I
Okay.
wouldn't say that. I would. I mean,
no,
I would.
no,
I would
no,
go.
no.
I would go as far as
Okay,
he
wait,
takes
look,
his
hold on,
time.
hold on.
He takes his time with
Okay,
his
look.
games.
Okay, look, I'll take that back. He doesn't fuck stuff up. He just takes a very, very long time to get anything done.
Agreed.
Okay, so like trying to make this fast. One of the things that I had noticed from this whole thing for Final Fantasy VII Remake was the hybrid system. It's a mixture of like real time, but then you have the option to kind of like stop time and then like switch your character and like pick your moves. And it reminds me of the first KOTOR, which I love.
I mean, I get where you're coming from with that, because KOTOR to me was a little bit less actiony. It was very turn-based. But what it reminds me of is a mix of Final Fantasy 15 and the other Final Fantasy game, Crisis Core.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Yeah, I can see that.
Like it's not terribly new. The combat is not terribly new. It looks gorgeous. But it's not terribly new. So
yeah, I mean, so for like me, when I played Final Fantasy 15 with Ember, was like, okay, like this is like a action game. It's like hidden shit, and like, can I control my party member? No, in the beginning of Final Fantasy 15, but like now you have the option to switch between people, and then like stop time, and then like go over to somebody else and like make like a heal, or like use like magic or like their skills and stuff like that. I love that. Like I am so down for that shit.
Yeah, it looks like it's gonna be like, that's what I'm saying. Like it looks like you're gonna spend a lot of fucking time just in episode 1.
Yeah,
agreed.
So, but we should move on. We got a little bit more to talk about before we get into the podcast. So I'm just gonna kind of ramble it out real fast, guys. If there's anything you want to talk about briefly, let me know. So we got let's see, Final Fantasy 7. So Final Fantasy 8 is getting remastered to PS4.
Yes.
I'm so excited about that. So
I wanted that so bad.
So the story behind FF8 and why there never was a remake in the first place is because apparently the Square Enix lost the source code to the original game. And if they were to do another remaster of anything, they have to do it from scratch, essentially. At least from the gist of what I got from the internet.
They also have problems with the licensing for the music in 8.
Oh, is that the reason why too? Oh,
yeah.
I didn't know that. Okay, yeah, that will hold up a lot of things for a game. I'm excited. FF8 was like my first Final Fantasy game, and I loved it.
Wow.
Yeah, that was mine too.
When Final Fantasy left the 2D realm, if you will, like 7 and on, 8 was probably one of my least favorites. Like, I loved 7. I tried to get into 8, couldn't really do it. Didn't want to play 9 because it looked too cartoonish, because again, I was a fucking idiot teenager. And
I actually don't like 9 either.
People have told me 9 is one of the best ones. People have argued that till they're blue in the face, but and I'll eventually play it. It's on Switch, whatever. But 10, I watched a cousin beat, and I fucking loved 10, even though people give that game shit. And then I kind of fell off Final Fantasy, and I never played. Like 11 was like, oh, what's an MMO? And I was like, nah, I'm good. And so when 12 came out, I don't know nothing about 12.
12 is very hard from what I've heard.
12 is pretty much Final Fantasy 11 battle system with like a decent story, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, we gotta keep moving. But yeah, Final Fantasy 8 remastered is fucking. Everyone's excited about it. A lot of people can revisit it if they didn't like it or whatever. But yeah, it's
okay. Can I share my notes from this?
I'm just gonna ramble. Like if there's something you want to talk about that I mentioned, go ahead. And if there's something I don't mention, go ahead. But let me get through this real quick.
So Life is Strange 2.
Okay, so you're just gonna ignore what I said?
What?
I said I'm going to ramble through these. If there is something that I say, go ahead and stop me. And then you were like, okay, well, Life is Strange 2. I'm like, what the fuck?
You say that? I'm sorry, dude.
Yes.
I'm looking at my notes. Okay.
They're bringing Romancing Saga 3 and Gaga Scarlet Grace to everything, it looks like. Literally even mobile phones. But there were two SNES role-playing games. So people are excited about that. Outriders is a new game coming from People Can Fly, the guys who did Bulletstorm and the offshoot Gears of War game.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of People Can Fly, and I will, except for the Gears game, I will play every other game they will play. So I am very interested to see what that game looks like.
Very much same here. I love fucking Bulletstorm.
Mm-hmm.
I actually really enjoyed that Gears of War game, Judgment. So, yeah, I'm down. Oni Naki looks like kind of like a standard RPG game, but it's made by the people who did I Am Setsuna and Lost Sphere. Very Japanese role-playing games. War of Visions is a new follow-up to the mobile game Final Fantasy Brave Exodus. Now in development, Final Fantasy Chronicles Remastered Edition is coming out this winter. The Last Remnant Remastered is coming to the Switch today. Square Enix Collective will push Circuit Superstars into 2020. I mean, it's like a... It's like they're foray into the...
Yeah, that's right.
And then the last thing on my list here is Kingdom Hearts 3 is getting DLC called Re:*Mine. Whatever. I'll watch that on fucking YouTube, but that's about it. All right, so there was something that's not on this list that you wanted to talk about, Rahman?
Yeah. Shadowbringers, Final Fantasy 14.
Okay.
That trailer is fucking awesome.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah. So like,
did they talk about 2 DLCs with that?
No, it was all one.
One, okay.
Yeah. So that comes out on July 2nd, and then we're gonna get 2 new classes for all you Final Fantasy 14 heads: Gunbreaker and Dancer, and like a bunch of like changes for the classes that are like already there. Let's see. Note Outriders.
Yeah.
Outriders pretty sick. Hold on here. Oh, actually, Square Music.
Oh,
they're
yeah.
releasing. Yeah. So Square Music, they're releasing a lot of the soundtracks from the older games onto Spotify and a bunch of other services.
Yeah, you can look at it right now. You can listen to it right now, actually, if you wanted
Right now.
to.
Yeah.
Yep.
Which is
Battalion 1944.
Really? That's interesting.
Yeah.
Huh. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so I mean, like they were kind of like advertising it, and like I think like they're trying to compete with the Counter-Strike, Call of Duty type of thing. Like it like it looks just like a hybrid of that. They were
100%.
yeah they were trying to push like a very like esport heavy thing. Like I don't know about the game too much, but apparently it's available now on Steam like today.
I would argue that Square Enix isn't necessarily known for their multiplayer.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, they're not. They're not.
So we'll see. We'll see how this one turns out. I know that a bunch of people have gotten like early access to it, so Shroud's been playing it a little bit. And he's good at it because he's Shroud. But it's not. I have no interest.
Yeah, no, me either. Crystal Chronicles.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, that surprised me. The fact that they're bringing that back and it's online multiplayer with PS4, Switch, and mobile. That's insane.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, like that was recently a GameCube exclusive.
Yep.
So
yeah,
I think
right.
that's all about it that I have on my list.
And they didn't. And it really wasn't a conference as much as it was just like they were showing a bunch of the videos on screen until Avengers. Yeah. And then they started bringing people out.
Yeah. Well, I mean, but like even kind of like then though, like we had our whole like thing, right? It was like, okay, like what else are they going to show? Like we only picked about like 3 things that like they can show, and they came out with so much stuff that we weren't even thinking about. Or
it's a lot of classic stuff. There a lot.
It was a lot.
What they showed is a bunch of classic stuff they're bringing
back.
A
lot of remakes and remasters. Yeah.
A lot.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
But that's
a lot of it was.
like Anthony has said, like I have said, what's old is new these days. So people were very excited for it. What I think is really fucking interesting about this entire conference, not one original thing other than Outriders.
Yeah.
Yep.
True.
Yeah. Yeah.
Very true.
But whatever, that's fine. You know, maybe next year we'll get something wholly
Well,
original.
no. Oninaki.
Oh, you're right. Yeah, Oninaki.
Oninaki. Yeah, that was new. No Good Dying Light is not new either.
But as of right now, it was a good conference. It was fun to watch. Like I was entertained by it. Yeah, I think you know today was one of those conference days where everything had something. Every single thing I watched had something I was really excited for.
It did.
I really wanted but everything was like limited run, right? Their shit was like their conference was down here, but their announcements were down here, which evened them out.
Oh well, no. I felt like that conference was fucking amazing. Like just like how cringy it started.
I mean,
but it was fucking awesome.
I mean,
I was hyped. Like fucking like Turok, yes, please.
Here's my thing: is every single Xbox was fucking way the hell up here with everything.
Yeah.
And then fucking Bethesda was down here. Like their conference was mediocre at best. Whereas everything today was kind of like if Xbox is here, everything was like right here.
Yep.
Yeah.
So, but that's fine. That's good. Like it didn't wow me, but it also didn't like kill me either. And I was just like, yay. So there's that. But we should probably wrap this up.